On February 16, 2022, Governor Doug Burgum dedicated this week as Nurses Week to honor all that nurses do here in our state. Adrienne Oglesby takes us into the life of one nurse who loves the profession.
Was it a game of operation? Was it after binge watching a medical drama? Or was it after that nice nurse patched up your leg after a bike accident? For registered nurse Jordan Tejan, it was his mom.
Well, my mom was actually a nurse as well. She is retired now, but she was a nurse, and that kind of started the thought of, well, maybe I would kind of like to go into medicine and go into nursing. So it was a process from there.
There may be plenty of jobs available, but with school, certifications, labs, and lots of tests, the road is difficult and never truly stops. So what makes Tejan stay? One experience sticks out to him.
When I was actually a relatively new nurse, and I actually had a patient who was having chest pain, and they thought it was due to heart issues. So he was on a certain medication drip, but that medication drip really wasn't helping his symptoms. So I just kept asking clarifying questions, and I collaborated with my other nurses on the floor, because again, I was a relatively new nurse, and they're like, well, what if it's this? So, we reached out to the provider, got a scan, and it wasn't related to a vessel issue. It was more due to blood clots. And that one medication is a contraindication to it. So we actually got that medication stopped, changed the plan of care, and that person got discharged shortly after that.
He shares that being a North Dakota nurse teaches him the importance of diversity, because not every North Dakota community is the same.
You kind of get a little bit of aspect into people who are more in the city, but also just like farm life and rural life and things like that. And, people have so many different experiences that you might never be able to experience.
He says when he's not in nurse mode, he's just an average Joe. Well, an average Jordan in his case.
I'm kind of pretty boring, but I do like to read. I also like to write short stories and things like that. I do have a stepdaughter who's 7, and I do have 2 dogs, and they're very sassy and they keep me busy, but overall it's pretty good.
Tejan says as he works to achieve new goals this year, he wants others to challenge themselves too. If you're thinking of becoming a nurse or looking into the field, he says take an internship, do some shadow work, and just go for it. To him, it's everything he imagined and more. Reporting for KX News, I'm Adrienne Oglesby.
He also wanted to give special recognition to the entire hospital staff across the state. He says without them, nurses could not do what they do.